starting over with the video because I didn't hit the audio button, trying to get right into it. So, hey, Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe. And if you haven't done so, I invite you to subscribe, like the channel. It helps me get the word out about what I do. And what do? I like to work for you, the fans, and get you questions answered by players and coaches that most interest to you. So if you have something that you're most interested in learning about with this team or want to know, please leave a comment below so I can work for you, get those questions answered. That's how I get to be the man of the people. Carolina Panthers are almost at the halfway point this season. They will be taking on the Kansas City Chiefs this Sunday in Kansas City. I will continue to work remotely for you guys, bringing you lots of good information live before the game, about an hour and a half before, and approximately an hour and a half to 2 hours afterwards when we have a chance to talk to players and coaches. I'll again work for you and get some questions answered for you. Not a lot today other than Panthers are back at it. They had pretty much kind of like a walkthrough type of thing today. We did have a chance to talk with Coach Rule, and he said, you know, the biggest thing that I would say, what do we want to know about right now would be Christian McCaffrey and him coming back. So when is Christian coming back? Well, we don't know yet because Coach Rule is going to lean heavily on the doctors to let him know about that part. But he certainly anticipates McCaffrey practicing because he practiced last week, to be quite honest with you. So why would he not practice this week? Now, the other part is going to be how are we going to use Christian McCaffrey now that we've gotten some proven backup talent behind him and Mike Davis, as well as even Curtis Samuel. And I surprisingly mentioned Curtis Samuel because I didn't think that you'd be wanting to make sure that Curtis Samuel's a part of that backfield. But Matt Rule said that all things are on the table for those guys that have been filling in for McCaffrey since he's been out. So what will we see? Well, he doesn't know. He's asked specifically about having Mike Davis and Christian McCaffrey on the field at the same time and what that may look like. Doesn't know. Of course, he doesn't want to show his cards. Probably has one of his biggest matchups today with upcoming against Coach Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs. So we'll just have to wait and see how they're going to use Christian McCaffrey when he comes. How did you spend the weekend with no Panthers football? Well, let me tell you a little bit about how Coach Matt Rule spent it. Obviously, he's a head coach. There's really no days off once you are a head coach. He did spend time rewatching film a lot, over and over, trying to see exactly what he has been doing good, what he needs to improve on. Overall, just feels like he needs to see more consistency on both sides of the ball. He said the second half of games, he doesn't feel like the offense has maintained what they have in that first half, so he wants to see some improvement between halves on the offensive side. On the defensive side, he feels like they have seen an improvement in terms of red zone defense. Now, obviously, we've been struggling on offense for the red zone offense, but he says he likes a lot of what he's seeing from the red zone defense. And then switching gears, going back to the offensive side, he said this happens for really every team, but Carolina Panthers, they do well when Teddy Bridgewater isn't getting knocked down, isn't under a lot of duress. Can't point the finger exactly on if that's due to some of the guys on the offensive line getting out due to COVID, and there's been some changes with injuries. But he said, you know, it's also different schemes, different personnel that you go against, so he can't quite put his finger on it, but that's something that's evident that they'll want to continue to work on is, hey, if we protect Teddy, keep him good, we'll probably also win the game. Same goes along for the turnover battle, as that has been a big influence on this team on when they're winning their matchup. So that concludes this quick update for Monday, November the 2nd. Again, make sure you vote tomorrow. If you haven't already voted, it's important. Whoever you vote for, just make sure you do vote. Tomorrow, guys will be off. Wednesday. Yeah, tomorrow, Tuesday, the guys will be off. They'll be back at it Wednesday, and I'll continue to bring you updates. So again, please subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment if you have a question, want me to go talk to a player or coach and get you some answers, because that is something that I will do for you. Hey, Chris Jenkins from Charlotte Vibe. See you again soon.